Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Project. In this module, I want to talk to you about task constraints. So first of all, let's just create a simple task. So if I click into there and just type myself a task A. I'll give it 1 day duration for now. Now, if I double click on task A, it will get me into task information, and the constraint area is on the advanced tab. And then you have constraint type here with a list of different options. You can see them all there. Now you can also, rather than double clicking on a task and coming into this box to set constraints, if I cancel this off, you can add the column. So I'm just going to add the column, and if I put constraint there or start typing it, it's got constraint type and date. So I'm just going to insert both of those. Just move this across a little bit. So start typing con date. Now the default settings are set to as soon as possible. That is the default depending on how you've got your project set up. So if I go to the project tab and project information, you've got two choices in here. A project start date, the default for that is as soon as possible. Every task that you create, unless you start linking it up and putting some other things in, will be as soon as possible, therefore on the start date of the project. Now the start date of the project is always set to today unless you change it. But if you change it, these will move to the start date of the project if it's in the future. The other option you've got is where it says project start date. If you drop that list down, you can go into finish date. Now when you select that option, this default changes. So if I click OK to that, this will then change to as late as possible. That is the default for tasks that you create on a project end date. So if I type task B, there's the default coming in as late as possible. I had to manually change that one because I created it before I changed the default. So if I just close this off again. So the task types, you've got late as possible, as soon as possible, depending. I'm going to put that back to the default now. If I go back onto project, click off that for a minute, project information, just put that back to the start date. So that's how it would normally be. Click OK to that, so it's all set to as late as soon as possible. That's what it would be. So the other options in there are as late as possible. So as late as possible will always go to the finish of the project if you've set a finish project from project information, project finish date. It's what's called a flexible constraint. Now if you start changing dates and things like that, if I start changing this date, if I go to the 22nd, you see it's now changed the constraint type. Just by me doing that, it's put a little indicator in the indicator column, and it says there this task is set to start no earlier than that. Now that is a second flexible constraint. It's not set in stone, but it gives you a constraint, and that means it's not set at default, and that is has just been created by me changing that date. So if I didn't want to do that and I want that to be back as default, I have to put that back to as soon as possible in this example. So then it should come back to today's date, and that constraint goes off. So you have to be careful in project that you don't start changing dates without thinking it through, because that is now making that a little bit more important in terms of if you want to level a task. If you've got resources allocated on the resource tab, this feature here, level all, the leveling options, it will look at constraints as something to bear in mind when it's moving tasks around. So you can't just do this without a thought process. So that was me moving the date, and it's put that task on there. That is a flexible constraint. Now the other ones you've got in there is must start on a particular date. Now if I tick that one, that is what's called a inflexible date. that's an inflexible constraint that must start on that date. And you can see this little indicator now has changed over from a little calendar with a blue icon on it to one that's got a red icon on it. So it must start on that date. Below that you've got must finish on that date, so that's exactly the same. That's an inflexible constraint. The other ones that we've got in there, finish no later than a particular date, and then you're setting the date, so that's the 22nd, finish no later than the 22nd, finish no later than the 29th, that's okay. And then if you've got this one, the other one, finish no earlier than the 29th, so it's gone there, so it can't finish before the 29th. So these are all preset constraint types you have. They will work in isolation like this. They have different properties when you start linking tasks, so you have to be careful here. So if I start linking tasks, I can seriously mess up this plan if I've got certain types of constraints on. So that's got a constraint on as soon as possible because that's a default. But if I link this to that task, if I just put a 1 in there, that's moved it across there as it should do. Now if I change that to some of these other ones as late as possible, that doesn't affect it. Must start on. Now this is going to come up with the planning wizard. So if I say this must start on, it's got options here. Must start on constraint will be set. Avoid the conflict by using a start earlier than constraint. So let's go for that one. So it's going to start on the 30th. Now if I break that link, it still stays there. Now let's change this to must finish no later than. So that's come back to today's date. So basically it's got to finish anytime during that period, so that's okay. And again, if I put a link on, that's going to screw that up a little bit. There you go. Puts it following on. So these are all the default constraint types you can have. Look at them individually, see what they do, and then make sure you understand what's happening when you link tasks together, if that's a doable thing. Now what I'm going to do now is set a series of tasks together and show you an impact that you can get when you set some of these constraints. I've added some tasks and set some links up here. These are all linked together. You can see them sitting there. I'll just double click on this side to put the task names on there so you can see them. Makes it easier to understand. So at the moment I've got all these sitting at as soon as possible. If I start changing some of these, let's just see what happens. So I'll put this one, the last one, to finish as late as possible. So finish no earlier than, finish no later than. Now it's coming up straight away with the planning wizard. This could, not would, could cause a conflict. So I'm going to allow that, okay. And I'm going to set a date for that, the 29th. Now let's change this one to as late as possible, and then the whole thing jumps across because it's looking at these two tasks as being the end of the project. So this has come all the way across. This is pulled across to the 29th, and you can see how that's all moved. So you can't just randomly use these constraints. You've got to be careful. If I click on start no earlier than, it brings it back because it's looking at that date. Now if I change that date to the 29th, start no earlier than the 29th, and then if I change this one to as late as possible, so that can start now, but it's got to start no later than the 29th. This is going as late as possible because it's still looking at those two, and you can see what it's done, it's pushed the rest forward. Now if I delete these two, what happens here? If I delete those two tasks, everything snaps back because that's no longer the end of the project and these are all coming back to fit in with the time scale that's selected at the moment. So this is just a very quick video at what happens when you change the constraint type and it's linked up. You've got to be aware of what these do. Notice these icons in here. If they're red, it's a fixed constraint, it's not flexible. If they're blue, it is flexible. So hopefully this video has been of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.